Hi everybody, it's been a while. We're going to talk about what's on. So today I'm wearing Armoury's Model 106. I'm wearing a silk Ascot Chang button-down shirt, Old Drake's tie, pair of Koji Suzuki's Leggera loafers, which have been a very trusty pair of shoes for me. And actually, we just restocked these. So if you're looking in the past and we were out of stock, they're back in stock. And for my wrist check today, I have this lovely thing. This is the Louis Vuitton Tambour Convergence, and it's actually the very first one delivered in the world. They were very kind to me, and they let me have the very first one, which is pretty cool. But I'll talk about that more some other time, because it's actually a fascinating watch. I wanted to mention that we've got Ring Jacket's trunk shows coming up. So we have the Hong Kong trunk show happening next week, February 27th to March 1st. And then we have the New York trunk shows coming up March 11th to 16th. We're actually doing a 6-day trunk show in New York because it's pretty popular. A lot of people want to come and get a Ring Jacket. Now, alongside the Ring Jacket trunk show, we thought it'd also be a great opportunity to launch a fabric book. You know, this is something new for us. Like, I don't think people really think about this, but you know, like when new fabric books arrive at the store, we get excited because we're like, oh, it could be some new patterns. You know, it's just like fun to see, right? And so we wanted to try and transmit some of that excitement to you guys. You know, like, so we wanted you guys to be the first to see a new bunch book and to see like what amazing cloths are available in it. And we are going to do this for the first time with Cerruti. So you've probably heard the name Cerruti before. And in fact, you're actually, unless you're used to tailoring, you're probably more likely to have heard about Cerruti from the world of ready-to-wear clothing. But actually, Cerruti is extremely famous in the trade as a fantastic cloth maker. And they have their own mill, and it was led by Nino Cerruti himself, who was an incredibly tasteful person. And he made, over the years, some of my favorite cloths ever were designed by him as well. And, you know, Cerruti unfortunately passed away, and so Piacenza, which is another fabric mill, actually more like a fabric group, took over Cerruti and have been doing wonderful things with them. And past that long preamble, I want to show you this. So this is Cerruti's summer tweed. And I think this fabric's really interesting. We've actually experimented with it a little bit before in certain ready-to-wear garments, and it was successful enough, you know, over the last 2 years in terms of like our ready-to-wear, that they said, we're gonna make a bunch book. And so here it is. So what makes summer tweed so interesting? You hear the word summer tweed, obviously you're thinking, okay, so it's like tweed, but in the summer, right? Which at first blush is not a particularly appealing thing. Like the idea of something kind of woolly and heavy in the summer doesn't sound great. But you know, people forget that that's not really all that tweed is about. What tweed is often about is actually the melange of colors that goes into the fabric. You know, like for instance, if you go back to our old video with Love It, where they were talking about the origins of tweed and what they do with tweed, you just see like the volume, the variety of color that they're putting into that cloth, basically by mixing a lot of different little fibers together, all dyed in different colors. Now, what's interesting about the Cerruti version is rather than creating a very woolly cloth, you know, that has a soft, warm hand, that has a lot of color, that has a lot of like component color, they've taken their yarns and they've dyed them. But they haven't dyed them in the normal way, they've printed them. So what that means is that if you have a yarn like this, different sections of the yarns will have different colors. And then when you weave it all together, you can get some amazing effects. So like, this is a sample we made up from something in the summer tweed book, and you can see just how amazing that color is. You know, obviously there's that brick brown base, but then there's also the hunter green overcheck. But then within that, you get oranges, you get cardamoms, you get this kind of steely gray, which I just think is fascinating. And when you go through this bunch book, you will see thing after thing in that vein, you know? Like, look at that, right? I mean, that is amazing too. So it's a mixture of things that look like they have quite a deep twill, as well as Prince of Wales checks, and then houndstooths. And we have a couple of sample garments we made up just to show you guys and give you guys a little bit of inspiration. Just come by in the store and you'll see them. In the Hong Kong store, that is. The samples will go to New York a little bit later after our ring jacket trunk show here in Hong Kong. But also, this summer tweed book, we can use it to do orders with ring jacket, but we can also use it to do orders with Ascot Chang. So if you wanted like a summer tweed safari, summer tweed city hunter, or even like a blouson, we can do that. So keep it in mind, come in and check it out. The summer tweed, we're gonna be having a little launch party for it. You'll get a mailer about it if you're living in Hong Kong. And come join us for the party, come see the garments, and I hope it inspires you to A, get excited about really a very cool cloth, but B, also just come and do an order with us, either with ring jacket during the trunk show or with Ascot. Alrighty, that is it for now, and thanks for watching.